It's a Friday. Kayla and I have both got the day off work, so we're going to do a quick day trip, 4-wheel drive trip in the area, check out a few local spots I know of. Starting off in Bril Bril State Forest. Then we're going to go check out Punchbowl. It's like a kind of a waterfall out in the middle of the bush. Check out a couple of lookouts I know. And then from there we're going to go up Hastings Forest Way, up into the Wilson River. I had the tyres down to, I just went down to about 18. The tracks aren't too hard today, there's a bit of low range stuff, nothing too hard, but they're pretty rough and rocky out in all these local forests. Just makes that ride heaps smoother. Bril Bril State Forest is only about a half-hour drive from the house. We've been out here a few times now and know the area reasonably well. This area isn't a very busy 4-wheel drive spot, and most of the tracks don't get too much use, but they do get just enough so they don't get too overgrown, and most of them remain drivable. They're all generally pretty easy, nothing too hard, but a good bit of low range fun. And if you're keen to do a bit of exploring, there's a few awesome things you can see in this area. A couple of good lookouts, waterfalls and swimming spots. We'd had quite a bit of rain in recent times, and just under that surface layer, the tracks were still a little bit slippery. You can see here my front driver's tyre just lost that little bit of traction and dug that little bit of a hole there. When this happened, it's normally best to back up, pick a new line and try again. The first place we went to visit for the day in the area was a cool little rock platform I knew up on top of a mountain. You get a pretty good view out over the valley there. You can park your car up the top, relax, have something to eat. Amazing view from this spot out here in the bush. We just accidentally found this one day when we were out here exploring this area. It's a cool spot to stop, have a look. You can see right out over the mountains there, you can see Bago Mountain all the way over there. After I got my Mavic Pro... What?
We're standing right there into it.
Oh, that's where the camera's pointing.
Go.
After I got my Mavic Pro fixed, after the gimbal on it broke, it was gone for about 6 weeks. I finally got it back, had it fixed. I used it for that one trip, the Coffs Harbours Dorrigo trip. And then a week later, we went to Fraser, took it out on Fraser and it was broken again. I was able to use it little bits on Fraser for the first couple of days and then it just wouldn't work again after that. So I've had to send it away. I'll be gone for like another 6 weeks. Kai and I are going on a trip these school holidays. I didn't want to be without a drone again. I use it all the time, making these videos and taking photos and that. I went and bought the Mavic Air this time. That's the newer drone, a little bit cheaper. It's the newer, smaller one, but still just a good quality camera on it. This will be the first flight of the Mavic Air. Go fully skits then. What are your thoughts on the new Mavic Air? Back on the tracks, we started heading towards Punchbowl Waterfall. This area doesn't get used a big heap, so I've already come across quite a few stuff like this over the track. I don't have the chainsaw today, I got the handsaw and axe. Hopefully be able to get rid of most of the stuff. Hopefully we don't come across anything too big. This is the Punchbowl Waterfall. Goes along the creek, down over the rocks. And then you've got a big drop off over the edge there. It is a little bit hard to get down there to see it, but you can stand up the top there and have a look. It's super nice here, not many people know about this spot, and you can walk right across the waterfall here. From here we're going to head up onto Hastings Forest Way. We're going to head up to it's called the #1 Lookout Tower. It's a pretty cool spot there, have some lunch, and then we'll head up into Wilson River. We're on our way up to Cobrabald #1 Lookout Tower now. And this bridge is out. You can fit a motorbike across it, but that's about it. The rest has collapsed. I did hear a year ago or so there was a bridge out and you couldn't get into Punchbowl anymore, but there's numerous ways in there. But I've never come this way out of here before, so this is obviously the bridge they're talking about. But they've made a track around it. Maybe a little bit slippery because it's wet today, but yeah, should be all good. This is the collapsed bridge.
The Punchbowl Waterfall is a little bit of a secret amongst the local four-wheel drivers, so I don't want to give too much away about where it is. It's out in the Bril Bril State Forest, and if you want to find it, you're just going to have to go explore the area.
Do you want to go? But you're so good on the axe. Yeah, got it.
How come the one you cut before was so much easier?
Oh, it's a lot better. How was your first soaring experience? I use the VMS to navigate through all these tracks out here. It's super helpful. Without it, it's so confusing, all these different tracks in all directions where you need to go. But when you're using it, you can see where you are, and then you can scroll around and has all the tracks on and see where you need to get to.
After Bril Bril State Forest, you come into Balangry State Forest, and from there we made our way up onto Hastings Forest Way, which is the main road that runs through this area, and this will take us further up into the mountains, up into the Wilson River and the #1 Lookout. As you can see, some of the tracks out here are very overgrown. It's probably not the best spot if you don't like scratches on your car.
This is the #1 Lookout Tower where we are now. It's at the 5-way split, I think it is, on Hastings Forest Way. Gonna have a little bit of lunch and then head down to the river.
Where's the #2 lookout?
It's really nice for swimming here in summer, but in winter it's very cold. After we left the #1 lookout tower, from there it's pretty much straight down 11 k's down to the Wilson River, and then you have Cobrabald here. There's a few different spots along the river, camping spots and swimming spots. Are you very funny? You can also camp up at the #1 lookout tower at the top where we had lunch. It's a really nice spot up there, and you can see the sunrise over the mountains and beach. How are you feeling after your deadly spider attack?
No, but just tell me, like, it looks like funnel web or something, like tarantula. Can you see it?
Yeah. I'm surprised you're still alive, to be honest.
Don't! Ah! Ah! What is that? Don't touch it!
How do you feel after your spider attack?
Yuck.
This is a different spot of the Cobrabald area. We're going back along checking all the spots. Are you jumping in?
Yeah.
Go, jump. I'm gonna go for a swim. How are you gonna reverse?
I don't know, I'm just freaking out right now.
It's a bit like sketchy when you can't see the bottom. You said you could see.
Well, I can't see any rocks.
Oh. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna go check, and then I'm gonna come back up and jump. That's like ice. Alright, where do I need to jump from? I can't breathe. That water is so cold. We're in the middle of winter, up in the mountains, no sun, it's absolutely freezing. I went all the way up there to jump off the ledge, but I couldn't see the bottom, so I had to come back down, swim out, check, then go back up and jump.
After the swim, we went to check out one last spot I knew of on the river. It's got a fun little low range track down to it, and there's a beautiful swimming hole and open area down the bottom. Any of these rough, rocky creek bed tracks, I'm in first gear low range and just let the car idle along. You want to take it nice and slow to avoid any damage. And if you've got any bigger rocks that you need to make your way over, it's best to try and put your tyres on them, rather than going straight over the top of them where they may damage something underneath your car.
This is the last spot we came to check out on the river along this KL2 Cobrabald stretch. There's heaps of different little spots along here that you can check out and camp at.
After Kayla gave me a few lessons on how to skip rocks, we started heading back towards the main road to make our way home for the day. It's getting pretty late.
We're back out of the bush now. We didn't end up going any further up the mountain, up into the Werrikimby or anything. We were originally thinking of doing that this morning, but everything just takes so long. By the time we got back up out of Cobrabald, it was already 4:30, the sun's going down. Such a nice sunset out there but this afternoon.